Hello everyone, my name is Polly, and today in this video I'm going to be guiding you through a breathing exercise called the air hunger exercise developed by Oxygen Advantage. This exercise is also known as breathing light, and it can help you to build your tolerance to carbon dioxide in the body, which has so many amazing functions or impacts on the body. It helps us to oxygenate our brain and body even more. Carbon dioxide is used to help loosen oxygen from the red blood cells, so it can help with focus, sleep, relaxation. It just overall improves our breathing functionality and our breathing patterns. I'm going to start by settling and arriving, and then I'm going to guide you through the exercise, and then we'll slowly come out. So first of all, take a moment to find a position that you're comfortable to breathe in. We are going to be here for a few minutes. So nice tall spine, somewhere we can be broad across the chest. Maybe closing down the eyes if you're comfortable to do so. Palms can face up or down, whatever feels most natural. Good. And just take a moment, feel your sit bones on the ground, just distribute the weight evenly. Maybe a little rock left and right, forward and back of the pelvis until we find that kind of neutral, level position. Working your way up from the tailbone, up each vertebrae, maybe growing slightly taller, a little tuck of the chin so the head rests on the neck. And just shifting your attention onto the breath. And before we start to change the breath, feeling into the sensations of your breath. What is it that you can feel that lets you know air is moving into the body? And what is it that you can feel that lets you know air is moving out? Maybe it's an expansion, an inflation, an energy on the inhale, a release, a softening, a letting go on the exhale. Good, and continuing to breathe, I'm going to ask you to see if you can breathe a little softer or a little lighter. Breathing with less effort, so that slightly less air is moving in and out through the nose. Throughout this whole exercise, unless you have a specific reason as to why, trying to stick with your nasal breathing. So we're breathing lighter, breathing softer, so soft that you can hardly move the nose hairs in the nostrils. It can help to visualize yourself floating in water. And we're breathing so softly that the place we're floating or the buoyancy in the water hardly moves, so subtle that someone watching you wouldn't see that little shift in your flotation. And as you start to feel this light, soft breath, you might begin to feel a bit of hunger or a craving to bring in a little bit more air into the body. That is the discomfort as you feel more carbon dioxide increasing in concentration in your blood. See if you can sit with that feeling of air hunger. Stay calm, stay relaxed. And then gently expand the breath slightly to kind of feed that hunger and return back to your state of balance. And so that's the main exercise. We'll take a few rounds and kind of get used to that seesaw feeling of that soft, light breath that teeters us towards relaxation. And then as we go a little longer, turns towards air hunger or a craving to bring more air in. Paying attention to that feeling. Taking an extra moment to kind of decant and be in that air hunger. Breathing soft and light. Still breathing low and wide. Noticing if anything is arising within or alongside that air hunger. Maybe an intense emotion, a physical feeling in the body, a flutter in the throat, or tightness in the chest. Notice it and calmly begin to expand the breath, bringing a little more air into the body. If it becomes a little bit too much to think about, too much to do, take a little reset. Maybe a big inhale and a big exhale. Just begin again. Breathing effortlessly. So we're hardly changing if we're floating in the ocean. Soft, light, effortless breath. Teetering on the line of relaxation and air hunger. Becoming a little bit more comfortable with the uncomfortable feeling of that carbon dioxide increase in the blood. Paying attention to what arises alongside or within the air hunger. Seeing if you can face it, let it be, and stay calm. Like an extra pause within the air hunger. And then gently expanding the breath in and the breath out. Finishing this last round, when you feel that craving for more air, notice it. Little extra pause, and then expanding your breath, volume, and effort. Once you've finished your round, slowly taking your time to work your way back outwards. Eyes can gently open. And just take a moment in open awareness, noticing what is happening for me right now. Feel free to repeat this video again if you'd like a little longer practice. It can always be helpful to write down certain feelings and thoughts that arose for when you circle back to this. It's a really good one to practice at any point in your day, really. And it just trains us to become more tolerant to that increase in CO2, improving our overall breathing functionality and breathing patterns. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Feel free to send me a message if you have any questions. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.